Hello there, reindeers and rock stars. Welcome to Basically Misled. I'm Dagny.
And I'm Day.
We give advice. 50% is life-changing, 50% will leave you crying in a stairwell by the end of the day. You decide which is which.
Come procrastinate with us while we chatter endlessly about things you could probably just Google. Today's episode is talking about holidays.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
going home for the holidays.
Going home.
I mean, we both celebrate Christmas. Other people may celebrate something else.
Yeah.
You don't celebrate any other holidays besides Christmas, do you?
In my own way, I celebrated Hanukkah this year by making latkes.
Oh.
And in the past, I have been part of Jewish plays because my friend is Jewish, and I basically would tag along to their things. But not really. Christmas is the only one I really celebrate.
Yeah. I was reading a fan fiction the other day and it had latkes in it, and I almost sent you a screenshot with just a circle around the word latke. Because at first I read it, I'm like, that sounds like what Day made, but it's written kind of weird, so I didn't pronounce it in my head that way, so then I had to go back. And I was like, oh my god. But I had already sent Day, a few days ago, a screenshot of fanfiction because they were playing Set, which is her favorite game, and I thought that's too much. That just sounds like I'm finding your life in fanfiction and sending you a bunch of screenshots of it.
I mean, it always is exciting when you screenshot something and I'm like, oh my god, it's something I know. There's other people in the world and no one as well. Not that people wouldn't know about latkes, but mainly about Set, because no one here wants to play Set with me, except for Dagny. But I like having a lot of people to compete against. And it's not really prevalent here, so I have to cry instead.
I think there's less of you get less of a difference in the scores if there's more people. And then it feels like you're, on the verge of beating someone, even if you still are, leagues ahead of the rest of us.
I just feel like when I play with a bunch, or just, a couple more people, if it's a bunch, then that's way too hectic, and there's not enough sets, really. But if I play with, a couple more people, then I feel more added pressure, because maybe you might not get some during the time that I can get some, but other people can.
Right.
But also, in that sense, when I was playing with Dagny the other day, I basically just, saw a bunch of sets and would just, pick them up and then put more cards out and then pick them up. So I probably got, 5 sets. And I feel like if I was with other people, they would complain about that.
Well, yeah, and if there's more people, then it's your mind against 3 other separate minds versus just your mind against mine. Yeah,
or my mind against my own. Because I played the other day by myself, and I was like, haha, I got 25 sets. And
how do you even count? Oh my god, you weirdo.
And the thing is I know how many sets you can get in a game, so there's no need to count because I just subtract it from what's left, but I do it anyway.
Oh my god.
I know.
You weirdo.
Okay, off topic.
Yeah, off topic.
We could go about
talking about how we feel about Christmas.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Christmas Day? The Christmas season and Christmas may have separate feelings for you, so feel free to share both.
Okay. Dagny says they might have separate feelings because I'm very strongly a believer that we shouldn't start celebrating Christmas, listening to Christmas music, decorating for Christmas until after Thanksgiving. And now it's not, Thanksgiving is actually, my favorite holiday because it's, a bunch of food and, it's very nice and people are thankful and blah, 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 blah. But it's not because of that. It's just out of principle of not being too early with a holiday. You can't be too early with a holiday. It's so annoying when it's not even Halloween yet and people are decorating for Christmas, and I'm like, slow your horses, people. So the season, I believe, should start the day or after Thanksgiving, or it could even start on December 1st. What a concept. about Christmas in particular, I really like it. Like, it's always a little hectic, I feel like, because we have so many different parts of my family that we, like, have to spend time with. But it's really nice to, like, see everybody, and, it's just, like, it's a fun time. I get to eat good food as well around that time, and I don't know. Yeah. It's not like I'm like, I want to vomit Christmas everywhere, because I don't. And there's a lot of songs that have gotten very old over the years, so like we're listening to the radio and I'm like, Dagny, I don't like this song. But it is really fun, and like, I don't know, I really like our decorations that we have.
Yeah.
So yeah. How do you feel about Christmas?
Well, first of all, I would just like to say that I split up that question because I think that the season and Christmas are separate in my mind, so I have different feelings. And the second thing is that I think that you do have to admit that if you're saying that you can't start Christmas until after Thanksgiving, you're putting some significance on Thanksgiving that I just don't have. Now, if you started all Christmas stuff December 1st, I could get behind that. It's the start of a month, number one. It makes sense, I don't know. I don't like hearing Christmas music before then.
Yeah.
But I do. Here's the thing, is that to me, I personally would like to have my decorations up, like, through my birthday, which is January 30th.
Which I'm fine with that. I'm fine keeping them up.
No, but like...
Oh.
Wait, no, I have a thing. Okay, so... But I don't think Christmas is really appropriate on, like, January 15th, which is why I always like to do winter decorations, which is why all of my stuff is, like, white and silver and blue, because the theme is, like, snow, and there's lights because it's, like, the theme is, like, staying bright through, like, the darkest season of the year. So I'm kind of, like, I would totally put my lights up probably before Thanksgiving and just have them be, like, it's, like, the darkness, like, we're gonna, I don't know, like, bring it back in. And anyway, but I love the Christmas season a lot. The music is okay. I will say that while I like Christmas music, I like to play it on my own terms, and the fact that it hijacks most radio stations is frequent frustration to me. I recently found one that isn't hijacked with Christmas music, so it's like, or another one I should say, so it's more fine. But like, the reason I like radio stations is because they, like, teach me music, and I don't need to be taught new Christmas music. I know how to find that. And I'm like, why would you? I don't know. It's just, I'm not always in the mood to, like, hear Christmas music, like, going to school. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry.
If you want to learn new music, you should listen to your Spotify, like, Discover Weekly playlist. Or they make playlists specifically for you based on music you like.
I mean, I take some of their recommendations and I put them, like, in with stuff I know. But it's just, like, it's a cycle. So, like, I do take into consideration some of their suggestions, though.
Okay.
So, it is a thing. I feel like I definitely like the Christmas season better than actual Christmas Day. It's like that thing about how people say that actually all of the anticipation, planning the vacation, people have more fun with that than actually going on the vacation. Mm-hmm. And that's what I feel like about Christmas. Is there's like the decorations, like you're wrapping the presents, you're looking at the presents, oh, what are they? You know? Mm-hmm. And that's super fun. So I feel like when Christmas Day comes, it's almost like, well, now it's over. I know it's not really, because for some people it's like, oh, it's built to that day. Like, have a lot of fun.
I get what you mean, though, because it's kind of like, oh, like, we opened presents in the morning. Oh, we went over and spent time with, like, my mom's family. Oh, okay, it's done now. Like, I feel like it kind of just, like, abruptly ends. Although, this year it won't, because then I'm going to go celebrate with my dad the day after. Yeah. But, like, still, it kind of, like, just ends.
I think I don't really celebrate New Year's at all. Like, so I think it's just, like, I've had like a whole month where everyone's like, let's like try to be happy and have a good time, and they're like, okay, well, we don't really need to do that anymore, so it's like back to basics. We'll
Right.
just be grumpy.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll celebrate New Year's at all. 'Cause, like, sometimes I, like, stay up with my family and we, like, play games, but I'm not gonna be home this time. And, I don't know, staying up by myself.
Yeah.
I guess I do like to see the clock change and to, like, enter the new year awake.
I don't
But,
even
like-
know if I did that last year. Because I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll wait around, and then I'm like, why? I want to go to bed. That's
Yeah.
what I did. I've never understood the ball drop. It's because I
either.
never saw the ball drop as a kid, and I heard about it as like verbally,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd never seen it happen. And so when I saw it happen actually in real life, I was like at least 17 when I first saw it.
You went to New York and saw it drop?
No, just on a TV. I'd
Oh,
literally never seen it
okay.
even on a TV.
Well, me neither. I
And
still haven't watched it
I
ever.
was so disappointed because I was imagining this giant ball like falling at least like several stories, and it was like so slow and like tiny looking, and I was like, what is this? This is terrible. Which I know it's like actually huge in real life, like
Yeah.
for people to see it, but it also is like very slow. Like I was picturing like it looked like danger was gonna happen,
Right.
and then it just like lands, and then like
Right.
bam, the New
It's
Year's
like
here.
one of those rides at carnivals, or is that what they're called? Where it kind of like you go up
Mm-hmm.
and you're like just kind of sitting facing outwards, and then they just drop you when you get to a certain place. You were thinking something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, and it wasn't at all. And I was like, "Jeez, why do people watch this?"
Yeah. Yeah.
They should call it. Why do they watch? Like they should call it watching the ball descend. That's what it does.
Right.
Yeah. For a while, I thought I was like, "This can't be the real one. This must be just like a knockoff one that I saw." But it's the real thing. People.
Oh my gosh.
I know I have such a thing against
Knockoff?
it.
Wow. I didn't know you did. But, I mean, I have no feelings towards it.
It's kind of a bucket list goal of mine, though, to like kiss someone on New Year's, like
Same.
before I'm married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't happen for me this year.
No.
Probably. I'll go find a random stranger and give them a smooch.
Yeah. The thing is, though, it's not a good year for either of us.
No. I think next year, people. That's where it's at. Probably not, but maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next, I was thinking we should do an assessment of Christmas games. Because I feel like there's a lot of games people play around Christmas. And
Yeah.
we are going to tell you which ones are good and bad.
Okay.
Because we obviously know that kind of information.
Right.
So I think we should start with White Elephant because we actually did 2 of those this year.
Yeah, 2.
2, which is
Hot
actually...
diggity damn.
I don't know if I've actually been... I don't even remember if I was personally involved in my family's White Elephant exchanges.
See, I don't think I was, because I remember it being when I was really young, and I was like, oh, Mom, I want that. And she's like, we're not getting that. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe it was like for adults. Anyway, we should explain what White Elephant is if people don't know. So White Elephant is when everyone brings a gift, usually under a certain price limit, and the gifts are like put in the circle and everyone draws a number, and then that in the order of the numbers you pick out a gift from the circle and you open it. But after number 1, you can either steal a gift that someone already has or open a new one.
Mm-hmm.
And then so every person can either steal or open a gift, and then you just go all the way around, and then you get a random gift.
Yeah.
Actually, traditionally, White Elephant, apparently, supposedly, I have heard from an older person, that traditionally it's called White Elephant because, like, White Elephant means something, like, useless.
Oh.
And so it would be, like, stuff that you're essentially only, like, re-gifting because you don't like it, or you just bought something that's, like, completely useless. And, like, that's, like, a white that's, like, a white elephant. And then, so then it's just a bunch of, like, crap. Honestly, it might be just a bunch of crap anyway. Like...
Right. Yeah, we hosted a white elephant at our house, and we put a theme on it. Mm-hmm. Because we were like, we don't know, like, we want to know kind of what we're getting into, I guess. Mm-hmm. And even then, some people brought kind of just, like...
Weird crap.
I probably was one of them. I had weird crap in my thing.
Yeah, the thing was that I was trying to assess, I'm like, did this actually help the gift turn out or not? Because my theory was that it was going to.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it did. But on the other hand, I think both of us got gifts that we liked.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is kind of unusual. So I'm like, maybe it did, actually. If both of us got gifts we liked. I don't think everyone got a gift they liked.
I don't think so either. And, like... I mean, mine wasn't even related to our theme. So, like, they probably would have just brought it no matter what.
I don't know. I can see how yours ties into the theme. Because the theme was de-stress, and you got a book that I think the point of the book is, like, everyone's kind of a weirdo. Relax about it. That's my interpretation from reading of several words of it.
Yeah.
Only several words.
Yeah, it is a little bit like that. Yeah.
I mean, I gave The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, which is a little also more... I think it's a de-stressing book.
Yeah.
Other people might not agree. Anyway, but compared to the other white elephant, I don't know if... I think there was maybe actually a better, a larger percentage of gifts at ours that I would have wanted.
Yeah.
Compared to the other one.
Same.
But I don't know if that was really a result of the theme or the fact that apparently they like a bunch of, like, toys. Like, you know?
Yeah, they just had, like, some random toys in the mix. Which, to be fair, theirs was supposed to be under $5. Mm-hmm. So, like, that's where you're like, okay, we need extra gifts in case people don't bring some.
Right.
Like, what are we gonna do?
I don't know. There's a lot of things that I would have liked that aren't. The thing is, I'm like, oh, it's kind of fun, but then I will just, like, want to get rid of it probably.
Yeah.
There's tons of things. I would, like, I don't know, I'd take a spatula.
Yeah.
So boring. Any kind of paper. Literally any kind. Envelopes, other kinds.
Well, Dagny, maybe someone else wouldn't take those things. So why would they put them in the mix?
I don't think the person who got my gift liked it, which my gift was just chocolate.
Yeah.
But I was like, sorry, that's my best guess.
Yeah, I wonder how the person felt about my gift. Because I gave pens.
I don't know, because at first I thought that they didn't like it.
Right.
But then I was like, but then they said that they really liked pens, and I was like, what?
And they were going to add them to their growing collection, but maybe they were just being nice about it. I don't know.
Anyway, so moving on to another Christmas game. White Elephant is a questionable game, basically.
Yeah.
To play.
It's fun. I've had fun every time we do it.
Yeah.
But, like, it's also questionable.
I think to me it's more fun when there's more stealing.
Yeah.
And it is actually hard to get people to start stealing.
Right.
Like, there was a couple of steals, but, like, it just isn't that exciting. Honestly, to me, picking a gift out of the pile was the most exciting part of the whole thing.
Right.
And even that's just, like, not great. I don't know. Anyway, so White Elephant is an okay game, but it's a good opener to get people in the door, probably.
Yeah. And we also played another game at this party we went to which
game.
I hadn't played before, but it's based... Although I feel like I've seen a similar thing, so maybe I have played something similar, but not for Christmas. But it's basically where you wrap
called Christmas Ball, by the way.
Christmas Ball, yeah. So there's, like, a bunch of little gifts that are stuffed in, like, each layer of wrapping paper, and you can have as many layers as you want. They had quite a few layers. Mm-hmm. And then you play music and you pass the ball around, and then when the music stops, then the person that's the ball is in, like, gets to open it, and then gifts fall out, and if they land in their lap, then they keep them. But if they land on the floor, then it's up for grabs for anyone. So people were kind of, like, diving across the floor and, like, getting all these little, like, things. And that one was pretty fun.
That was fun, especially because, like, I think people... I didn't think this would... I don't think I would have thought to do this, but there wasn't a lot of, like, change in the gifts. Like, the gifts on each layer were very similar.
Yeah.
Like, you'd open, like, one layer, and there'd be, like, pencils and, like, a tiny bottle of alcohol. And, like, some weird, like, other, like, toy things.
Yeah.
But there was always, like, there was lots of tiny bottles of alcohol.
Yeah.
So I think people were just always, like, on their toes.
And there were, like,
weed
edibles.
candy,
Yeah.
And stuff. But and then I think people are just, like, in the spirit of it. So even if it's just, like, gum or something, like, people are still, like, scrambling to, like, grab it. So. Also, I will say that opening a layer without, like, anything falling out of your lap is harder than it sounds, actually.
Yes.
And I think it's only harder than it sounds because there was multiple things. So even if you're like, oh, here's the thing, and then you start opening it, if something's, like, behind it, then all, like, stuff falls out.
Right, and the things that they put in this one, which I think is traditional, is, like, small things. So you have a really hard time getting everything to fall in your lap. Especially when they're small, you might not notice them.
Also, the ball started out really big as well.
Yeah, it was really big. There were...
It's, like, pretty much the size of a beach ball.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's a game I would recommend. Never played, but nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I think it was good. What are some other Christmas ones that you know of?
Do you play any games with your family in Christmas or, like, around Christmas?
Not, like, Christmas themed, I feel like. Like, okay, so sometimes we do, like, I don't know if this is really a game, but we do Secret Santa.
Yeah, I think, that counts as a
Okay,
game.
so that's kind of, I don't think we're doing it this year, because I haven't heard anything about it. But, like, in the past, we kind of each draw a name, and then we get something, like, under $20 for that person. And that's always nice, because then I feel like I can really, like, focus on that one person, and I don't have to worry about getting a bunch of gifts for everybody. And, yeah, I like that one. And I would recommend that. Especially if you have, like, a bigger family. Because, yeah, then it's less you have to think about.
Yeah, I like Secret Santa. Although, when I was in elementary school and we did a Secret Santa. And it was, like, this thing where you actually, like, give 3 gifts over the course of, like, a while or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're, like, really, like, they're small, like, things that you do. And the point is, like, don't get caught.
Right.
You know?
I did that as well.
And so I was, like, so into it. Because I don't know why this was. But when I was, like, younger, I wrote all of my letters with little, like, tails at the end. You know? Like, a little curve. Because that's how I was taught in, like, my other school. But then I moved schools. And then, like, nobody did that. So my handwriting was, like, pretty distinct. And so, I mean, not, like, extremely, but,
yeah.
I could tell that it was different than other people's. And so I, like, wrote a note mimicking other people's handwriting and, like, didn't do that and everything. And I was, like, so into it. And I don't remember if I got caught or not. I do remember the teacher said something when I was like, you're giving it away. But I don't know. It was fun, though.
Yeah. I did that with my
I don't know what makes... I don't know if I would like to do a Secret Santa, though, with my family. I guess if it's, like, extended family and you don't know each other. Because I feel... I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like the gifts would be the same no matter who was chosen because they'd all consult each other.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
See, we keep it very hush-hush in my family.
Well, I guess that's true. You can't ask...
Yeah, we don't tell...
No, you could ask other people.
Like, I might tell my mom what I have. And my brother might tell my mom, but we usually don't tell each other. Or, like, my mom doesn't usually tell us. And so, and then they don't really talk to each other
I guess
about
that's the
it.
whole secret thing, because if you know enough people, then you can narrow down who has the
yeah,
oldest.
it's kind of like, so we have, like, my uncle and his family,
Uh-huh.
my mom and us, then my grandpa, my grandma, and then it was my grandpa, my aunt, and then my great-grandma. And so I think, like, each little group would maybe consult with each other, but nobody knew the larger. And I never tried to ask. Like, I wasn't in the business to know who it was. And also because we only did one gift on, like, that day. Like, I think if there was more build-up, then it would be like, oh, who is it? But
So, Secret Santa. Good if you have a large enough group of people.
Yeah.
And those people aren't super close.
Yeah.
They have to be somewhat separate. I feel like it's almost good for, like, but also you need to know people enough. Because doing a Secret Santa where you don't know the person you get
That's
is very
hard.
frustrating.
Yeah.
Although, I guess you just have to do some digging anyway. It's like an okay game.
I also, sometimes we go around and we say what we would like.
Wow. That just sounds like horrible cheating.
Well, we give, like, a couple different things.
Yeah.
And then, like, they have an idea for what we kind of like. I don't think we usually get what we said. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's good.
Okay.
Yeah. People sometimes do a game, moving on to a different game.
Yeah.
Where they, like, hide the pickle. I don't know where that comes from, but do you know that game?
God. That sounds familiar, but, like, do they really hide a pickle?
No, they hide a pickle ornament somewhere.
Oh!
I've heard it from multiple places, and I'm not sure where it originates. So I feel like it's like some culture's thing, though.
Yeah.
But I've heard it from, like, a couple places. Or, like, some people don't do a pickle ornament. They just do an ornament. And you hide it, and you have to find it. Okay. I've never really understood this game. But, like, I've never played it in a house that was big enough, maybe?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's so easy. But maybe it's for children.
It might be for children.
That would
Like,
make
there's
sense.
also Elf on the Shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about that?
Oh, my God. Does that even count as a game? That sounds... Okay, all I know about Elf on the Shelf is that it's weird and that's... Like, it watches kids too much. That's my association, is that it watches kids too much, and it's, like, really creepy, and why would parents ever get it? Ever.
I think the concept behind it is leading excitement in the Christmas season, and also kind of being like Santa knows.
It's like
if
the
you've been
watching element that creeps me out.
See, I watch some YouTubers that do it, and it's always fun.
Of course your YouTubers do it.
I feel like it's always fun because they put the elves in, like, really different positions. Like, one, they have a fan on their ceiling, and they put, like, the elf in a helicopter, and then when they turn the fan on, it went and spun around, and others, like, do a bunch of different things. So I feel like it's almost more fun for the parents than it is for the kids.
Elf on the Shelf. Good if you're a parent.
Yeah, but I don't know if any of our audience is a parent.
We used to play this fun game when we lived in Iowa where it's an after Christmas game.
Yeah.
It's when you go outside and you look, so you've taken your Christmas tree out.
Okay.
You've set it on the side of the lawn because that's where the Christmas tree goes.
Yeah.
Until you can get rid of it. And it's covered in snow because it's been snowing for like many days. Accumulation of snow. And then you look through the tree to see which ornaments you left on the tree.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, was at least always 3.
Wow.
It's actually shockingly hard to get every ornament off a tree when we were younger, because now it's kind of sad because, like, I don't know, my brothers are older and people, like, aren't as into it, so we hang like the biggest or the most special ornaments on the tree. But we actually have so many because it's like all of the, like, little, like, dumb crafts you made as a kid.
Yep.
And so I'd always try to put them on the tree, but some of them were, like, way too heavy or just hideous. So I just put them inside the branches. And there they were on the inside of the branches. So that's a fun game people can play, is which ornaments did we miss? I don't actually think we miss ornaments anymore, but that's just, I think personally, because we don't put enough up. I think if you put enough up, you will miss some.
Right. Definitely. Yeah. That's fun. I don't know if we do any others.
Well, we can move on to our next
Okay.
topic, which is strategies for not going crazy. That's right, you heard it here first. Family makes everyone crazy. Just kidding, we didn't make that up.
No, I think everyone knows that.
It's just, I don't know, I feel like I like my family. Why is it so troubling for me to, like, go see them? It definitely is. I'm probably, like, I don't know if I'm crazy. Listeners, you can let me know.
I mean, for me, like, I do. I was talking with my boss, and she was like, "Are you going home for Christmas?" And I was like, "Yes, I am." And she was like, "You never like going back." And I think it's just because, like, I'm still, like, in that weird stage of, like, not calling it my home, but am calling it my home. And, like, things have really changed since I lived there. And so that's kind of weird to, like, go back and see. And then it's just, like, a lot. Because, like, I mean, I kind of put this upon myself because I'm only going back for, like, 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's, like, every single day I have something going on. Because that's how it is when I come home, because everybody wants to see me, and since it's a holiday, like, we're all having to get together anyways, or we all get to get together. And so it's just, like, a lot of stress because it's how much I have going on. Like, I get home on the night of the 23rd, 24th I'm doing something, 25th I'm doing something, 26th and 7th I'm doing something, 28th I'm doing something, and then I'm going home.
The fact that it's only 5 days, I still have absolutely no sympathy
Dagny,
for you.
You have it a lot worse. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Just because you're going home for so many days and you have to take a photo. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I have to take a family photo. That's fun. I think actually the funniest thing right now to me about the family photo is one, because I'm like, it'll be fine. I'm not super worried about it because we're doing something boring, like all standing next to each other, so it's not like super high energy. But is that the photo so in previous photos we have done every family wears a different color, which looks honestly kind of dumb. But this year everyone's just wearing the same colors,
That's
which actually
right.
looks very nice. Like, if you've seen, actually it is my favorite if you're looking at pictures of really large groups of people, is if they all have various shades of, like, the same two colors.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing blue and gray.
Right.
And I'm just waiting for someone to show up in something that's not blue or gray, and to, like, we probably aren't allowed to, you know, go on a witch hunt, like, before the photo. But I'll be doing one in my head, and I'll be like, oh no, you showed up in something that wasn't blue or gray.
Right.
How dare you?
Right.
Because it really, because I'm not just trying to be, like, totally mean, but it does look really nice if everything is matching. If that was the point.
Yeah, and if it's the point and everybody got the memo, but somebody doesn't show up like that, then, like, come on, people.
Yeah, it's just, with that many people, it just looks like chaos if you have, like, a bunch of stuff going on. But it's like when people know, but then they're like, oh, I'll just add something that's, like, slightly not that color and it'll be fine. And I'm like, no, lay down the law.
Yeah.
This is not okay.
So, how do you strategize not becoming absolutely a freak out and, like...
Right. Well, for one, I just have to say, I need to tell the listeners, because I did tell them, I'm like, I'm going weirdly sober. No, listeners, I broke that.
Yeah.
And I got feeling very good at a party last night.
It was hilarious.
I'm glad people think I'm funny because I enjoy being like that. And if they hated it, it would just be a real bummer.
Yeah.
But so, honestly, it was like a very good time, and I was like, this may be what I have to do during the holidays. I can't do that much because I think it's just like recovery time. I don't know. I don't know if I've said this before on the podcast, but I get emotionally fragile. That's my hangover. Is I just become emotionally fragile. So
yeah, I can't have that too much.
I can't have that go. So it's like toss up. I'm like, have fun when your family's here, but then the next day you won't be able to handle them. Like, I'm not really sure.
Right.
Anyway, but I think that drinking is definitely a strategy. I don't know where it fits in yet, but it is available at my disposal.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other strategy I have is there's several creative projects that I need to get some headway on, and I think that I should make goals for those so that when I leave, I feel like it wasn't just like totally detached from this life or something. Like I'll have something to bring back, like stuff that I wanted to do. Like I'm writing episodes for this podcast. I have like some other writing I think I want to do, and also
do you have to work on your pillow at all?
I was thinking of my pillow, but then anyway, another thing that I apparently forgot.
You'll remember.
I'm working on I'm working on an online scrapbook.
Oh yeah.
So I have like several things that I think I should I think hopefully if it makes me feel like I'm making progress in some area, that'll like I don't know. Never tried that as like a thing, but that's my strategy, is knowing alcohol is available, working personally on my own creative projects, and just I don't know. What are your strategies?
I think I'm going to try and read a book. Because I have some homework, but it's not a lot. So I'm like planning to do that when I come back. I'm not worried about it. And so I really want to take the time to like not be stressed about school at all and kind of just focus on like reading and just like breathing. Lots of breathing. Maybe I always have a good thing where I have this cousin who's 5 years old, and she likes to play with me whenever I come home. So I always like just go off and play with her, and the adults are like, oh my gosh, thank you, like you don't have to do this. And I'm like, no, it's fine. I get to play and be away from all the grumpy people.
Yeah. Well, when you think about it, it's kind of, I don't know what it is, but we're like, what are our strategies for staying sane? And basically our strategies are avoid if you can't avoid drink, avoid with children, avoid with books, avoid with your own creative projects. But if that doesn't work and you have to talk to them, just drink. It's terrible advice, honestly.
I'm tempted to be like, hey, Mom, you're drinking some of that? I'll drink some of that. But I feel like she'd be like, no, Dave, that's a bad example for your brother. But, I mean, I might just take a sip here and there.
If that does anything for you, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't really.
Yeah.
I'll just drink coffee. My mom always gives me coffee when I come home if I seem like I'm a little bit grumpy.
Yeah.
Because apparently I get very chatty when I drink coffee, and I'm very nice and chipper. So I tend to just drink a lot of coffee when I go home as well.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I remembered another thing that I was going to do. So this is actually good, is that I was thinking, I was like, something that I'm not going to be really into is a bunch of people just asking incessant questions about, how's school? What about this about school? What about this about school? And I'm like, I don't want to talk about school right now. So I'm like, maybe I should just ask a lot of questions back.
Get them talking.
Redirect. Use all of these interview skills I've learned at this podcast. Insert fake laughter here. You weren't supposed to really insert it, you goof.
I know, I just felt like it anyways.
Anyway, and so maybe I need to just control the conversation, redirect onto somebody else. The dogs, the other relatives, maybe their children. People can talk about their children for a long time.
God, yeah.
So if you start asking, be prepared.
That's a good idea because I feel a little bit bad, but every time my family asks me about how school is, I'm so done with school that I'm like, school's good. Learning lots, like, having fun.
But so instead, maybe we should try redirecting, be like, school's great. How's your,
job?
Special herb garden that everyone hates hearing about, but then you ask about it and bam.
Wow. That was so
out of
specific.
the school conversation.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Fake interest.
Fake interest. So basically...
And then if you can't drink, fake interest.
And redirect.
No, I'll try to, genuinely connect with people. However long that lasts. A few specific people.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining now everyone who's coming to my family gathering listening to this podcast, and they're like, oh no, who's those specific people?
Right. And you're just, laughing evilly in the background because you know.
No, I'm cringing, actually.
Cringing.
I'm not that. I
would laugh evilly.
You would not. You need to have a polite facade going, so if that was crumbled, you would be devastated, Day. You would.
Yeah.
It's just your way.
It's my way.
Anyway, so have a great Christmas, guys. Yeah. Have a great holiday. Enjoy your red Starbucks cups.
Good luck with the family, because...
If you're seeing family. And if you're not seeing family...
Good job. No.
Then hopefully your friends don't get crazy in the holidays as if they were trying to make up for the fact that you're not going to see family.
Right. Hopefully you don't have to spend it with another family. That's even weirder. Because I've heard stories about that. Where people go with their friends home for the holiday and then it's just weird.
Man, I have to say that if you do that, you just gotta go in thinking, I'm in a fan fiction, and then everything will be funny instead of sad. Okay, moving on.
Anyways, when you're stuck between a conversational tennis match over the Christmas turkey, you can think about today's question. Ever met someone with a severe hatred for paper chains?
That'll keep them thinking.
Yeah.
You can now find us on Google